Setting up downward facing dog is really great to do from plank. So Caitlin will shift forward back to that plank position she was in. Now this is the distance that we want, the length on a mat for downward facing dog. Feet apart, 2-fist distance, hands as wide as the shoulders. From here, when she sends her hips back, she has a nice long down dog. Knowing that down dog, our main intention is to traction and lengthen the spine. It's also, we're gonna get some stretching in the back of the legs, posterior chain, hamstrings, down through the calves. However, that's not the main focus. The main focus is traction in the spine. Now, what we see is one of two things: either a rounded back because the hamstrings are tight and the pelvis is locked up in an posterior pelvic tilt. We see this. This is when we'd want to bend the knees a little bit and then send the hips up and back. Okay. Now, if she has like a more hyperextended spine, or she can dump into her shoulders and dump into her lower back, like that, which is really exaggerated, this is where we really want to start to activate the core muscles. Same thing as we always talk about, the bottom ribs are pulling in. Now we'll talk about the rest of downward facing dog. So I'm going to have her change the angle and show her back to the camera. So she's going to turn all the way around, facing here, hands on here. Now finding that same position, when she pushes back to downward facing dog, heels press toward the floor. And as she looks back at her feet, she wants to make sure her heels are out of sight. And she can even press to the outer heels a little bit to get the inner thighs to press to the back wall. Palms are pressing down. Now, if she's starting to slide, what she needs to do is pull her palms toward her toes. That's going to activate her lats. Now, what I really want you to see is arm bones rotating externally. Okay, shoulder blades spreading, scapula protraction. The bottom ribs stay knitted, outer hips lift, heels press down, maybe a slight bend in the knees.